What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the episode 3 of season 4 here. We're going to start out against Duke and San Jose Tech. And like I was saying at the end of last episode, can these quarterbacks really, or can these teams, these programs, get the quarterback position under wraps? And it looks like there's still going to be some decision making for San Jose Tech. They end up missing this field goal, and Baskerville and that offense kind of stalls there. So maybe something to think about. Isaac Thomas, a great quarterback out of Duke, though, for sure. You're gonna hear that name for sure later on this season, and even maybe next season as well. He's gonna be a great quarterback to lead Duke to some playoff success. And early on, Gaskin takes the top off the defense, and Baskerville looking pretty poised for stalling the first drive, and back-to-back big plays out of Gaskin, and what a catch. Double cover, it doesn't really matter. They get that down to the 1 yard line, and a great pass, great catch, 14-0. Nice stop against Duke. So even though I was singing that quarterback's praises, another great catch, another great ball from Baskerville. Even though I was singing the praises of Isaac Thomas, he hasn't really done much against this San Jose Tech defense, and they end up getting stopped on the goal line. And Villa, nice catch there. Questionable read, but we never know. Baskerville's just a psychopath. And a great play by 26, and they end up getting a pick 6 out of that. Maybe a momentum builder for Duke, we're gonna see. And Gaskin, what an insane try to get the ball, and he's throwing hospital passes now. I think Baskerville got too excited from these receivers catching insane passes. He got another one, but he ends up fumbling. I don't know how that was a fumble instead of an incompletion, but they end up counting that as a fumble. Oh no, they don't. They don't. I think they challenged that. And Gaskin goes all the way to the end zone, making the score 28-7. Another stop. And San Jose Tech's defense played very insane. And oh my God, what a grab! I mean, that is insane. I think Baskerville is just the. Oh, never mind. Let me just stop. I think I just need to stop talking about great things from quarterbacks, because every time I say something about someone, it's just, I think I have a curse. I need to just be quiet. Alihiro gets terrorized back there, and he still throws a dime on the money. Rolls right, throws right. Ajayi makes a nice play on a corner. What the heck? That's a running back right there. A huge block from their guard, giving Ajayi a running lane, getting down to the 7. Tuttle gets a nice touchdown. And even though Duke has a great quarterback, I don't know if they have the offense to go against that San Jose Tech defense. And a great play to keep the ball alive to Villa, getting down all the way down to past midfield, and Tuttle getting in for the 63-28 score. And they're going to score one more time, I believe. Yep, they do. Gaskin takes the top off again, putting the score 69-28, and they went for 2, or they just wanted the funny score. But nonetheless, I believe, damn, that was a crazy stat line, 456. That is insane from Gaskin. But I believe truly that Alihiro is the quarterback for San Jose Tech. I don't know who they believe is going to be the difference maker. A great sack from Andy Horton there, and they end up getting so like I was saying, he ends up getting the sack against this Arizona State quarterback, and another pressure and another sack and another sack. 3 sacks on that drive, on the opening drive of the game. So huge plays from South Dakota's defense there. I mean, like I was saying in the previous video against Washington, we know that this D-line is ferocious. I mean, yeah, we know this offense is a very poised and splashy type of offense, but this defense for sure has been revitalized with these transfers and these pickups from high school, and you can see it. I mean, you can see the difference here. But yeah, like I was saying earlier as well, for San Jose Tech, Alihiro's for sure the quarterback that they should run with. I mean, Baskerville is just a gunslinger. He's just going to throw that ball and pray the receiver makes it, whereas Alihiro kind of has an ability to keep the drive alive with that scramble ability, with a little bit of Josh Allen, or some type of, maybe Marcus Mariota is a more accurate term if he was left-handed. For sure, he reminds me of that. I think Flowers tried to zip that ball in there, but he couldn't get it. And Franklin, what a play by Franklin, pretty much running the route for him, intercepting Arizona State's quarterback, giving them a nice momentum killer on defense. And Josh Flowers trying to find somebody, sees Bush wide open between the zone or man. Maybe he just torched his man. I don't know what the defensive call was. They try to run the ball there, and on 4th and 2, they run the RPO, and he gets drilled, but he still lets that pass go, and Harrell gets the nice touchdown there. And they try to go for a QB sneak, and they fumble, so they end up getting the ball back, and Hag goes all the way down to the 24-yard line. They end up running a pitch play to Stark, and Stark gets down to the 16-yard line. Josh Flowers looking for somebody, sees Harrell at the 10 and gets down to the 6, and Stark runs this in for 21-0. Arizona State opens up with this weird play I've never seen before. We might have to try to find that play. That's insane. This is like an RPO, but then pitch. That was insane. But that and a quick pass gets him down to midfield, and another pass down, or that quick pitch get him down to midfield, and that pass gets him down to the 23 there. So great danger for the South Dakota defense. We're going to see if this quarterback can do something, but again, that D-line is insane. And Anthony Horton with that 3-sack game already. We're going to see if they can do a little bit more. 2nd and 16. Quarterback going to roll right, and you see some space, see some grass, and he stays inbounds all the way down to the 3rd and inches, and then he gets hit out. So, you know, we usually want to, or at least some OCs would love to see their, you know, head coaches would love to see their quarterback run out of bounds there, but he wanted them extra yards, and he took the hit and fought for every single yard he could, and a nice stiff arm. Oh my God. Goes all the way to the end zone, 31. I think the one thing that South Dakota lacks is those DBs with some heart, because that D-line is crucial, but I think the DB room just needs to get in that weight room. I don't know what's happening. Harrell, a nice pass, getting him near midfield. Josh Flowers looking poised down there. He has a deep drop, goes all the way down to Hag at the 30, 15, and he tries to hurdle somebody. I don't know if he tries to think he's Michael Jeffrey, but he is not Jordan, buddy. Flowers gets hit from behind, and he goes down at the 19-yard line. Then he takes off on 3rd and 15, getting down to the 10 or the 12 here, RPO to Clark, but they end up getting the stop. So a huge stop for Arizona State, but Arizona State gets stopped as well. And Kai Stark gets a great ball, great catch, getting him down to the 3-yard line, and Stark gets in the end zone, making the score 28-7. So if Arizona State wants to have a chance, they need to do something. And like similar RPO, another one wide open. I mean, I think we need to write that play down in the playbook somewhere. I don't know where that play is, but we would love to see it. Tries to slide here, and the linebacker tries to kill him. I mean, oh my God, he's trying to get a free body. Oh, what a nice pass on the run, hitting his receiver on a slant, getting him down to the 5. The run game not working on 2nd down, and on 3rd and goal, the running back throws left, and a huge play to 82, making the score 14-28. So Arizona State's making this game competitive, and Flowers underthrows this ball. 23 picks him off, and he's looking for a nice little return, and he does, getting a nice little juke off of that. And now the score is 21-28. A little bit of trouble here. They end up kicking a field goal, getting it 24-28. So a little bit of trouble from this Arizona State team. We're going to see Flowers do their infamous play-action play, but it doesn't work on 2nd down. 3rd down, they look 5 wide. You see Harrell they drop another pass, but usually 4th down is where Josh Flowers cooks up, and that's exactly where Hag kind of takes the middle of this zone defense, getting him down to midfield. Flowers rolling left, sees nothing. He's going to roll out, getting him down to the 22-yard line, and on another 3rd down. So Arizona State in this second half has been playing very excellent. I mean, so has Flowers in this offense, but for sure this defense has been giving him a little bit more trouble than he wanted to. But a nice route from Harrell, and he goes all the way in the end zone. So, you know, we like to see these type of plays here. And Arizona State makes another mistake on offense. I think offensively, Arizona State is what's going to hold back this team, and that's the reason why they're probably 3-3 and now going to be 3-4, because that offense just had too many mistakes. I think the running back's a dog, and he probably needs to transfer somewhere else. But that quarterback is, he has the ability to throw these passes, but I think overall as a team, they're just not good enough. Not good enough for this South Dakota defense, for sure. A nice little stunt play from Anthony Horton. This is 4th or 5th sack there. I mean, that's insane against this Arizona State team. A nice play action play. It's their infamous, iconic one, making the score 56-24 after we kind of skipped a little bit ahead. And Malik takes the top off again to end this game, but the cherry on top there. And the team looking pretty happy about that win. I think in the earlier stages it was pretty close, and I think some hearts were racing. 20 attempts, 96 and 4 tutties for Kai Stark. Nice game. I think the blood was boiling a little bit in the beginning, but the better team ran away with the game there. A lot of mistakes on Arizona State's offense, and the defense did what they needed to do in getting the job done. So now we got Ohio State against Florida State in the second quarter here. So it's the time we kind of skipped a little bit of the time here. They're down 2 scores. Hook trying to make something out of nothing. Couldn't get it on 3rd, and on 4th down they get it. So that drive is still alive, and Hook gets dogged. I don't know why I'm saying dog for the 1st down and more. End up getting the score and the touchdown and the 2-pointer. So a great drive from Hook, getting this score a little bit more manageable, 17-8 with time expiring. Can he do it? I mean, he has 2 timeouts, so he definitely can. Probably has to burn one there, unless he goes no huddle. So interesting call. Definitely, I wouldn't have done it. I mean, I got 2 timeouts, probably would have just burned it there, but now a lot of time bleeding. The clock is bleeding for sure. I think what would have been a nice drive for a field goal ends up being, they don't even call it. I mean, wow, what a terrible time management out of Florida State. Trying to throw it up to Dog there, and he gets intercepted. They end up scoring off of that turnover, and on 4th down with the immediate drive from that, following that interception, they're trying to keep this alive, trying to keep this game a little bit closer than it should be. Anthony, nice play, getting him down to midfield. Hook trying to get something going here, and Dog gets a nice catch, breaks the tackle, but gets lit up. Oh my God. And we already know how that game went. They lost that game against Ohio State. So now we have Ole Miss versus Pasadena here. Denton York, yet another start. We see a lot of these starts from York, and he immediately gets pulled. I think he just ran on there. I think at this point, I don't even think Pasadena. I don't even think I'm the one subbing him in. I think he's just running on the field. Tried to slap him on the side of the head with my freaking play sheet and told him to get the sideline. And Hart driving down the field very smoothly, but on 4th down, some trouble. And I think Bush and Hart had a little bit of a disagreement there, and I'm definitely not happy on the sideline, as you saw. And the matchup for the game is going to be Ole Miss's primary receiver versus Keon Washington. Something for sure to see. A great play by Falk, absolutely leveling that running back, getting us the ball right back on offense. And Tim Curl, a nice up-and-coming receiver that we've had for quite some time, has just been building in the lab there. And I think that was Keegler trying to get something going, but Keegler couldn't get anything. I think Stephen Hart thought he was freaking Big Ben or something. I don't know what that was. But this is a terrible drive, and the defense holds the offense to a field goal, and yet another turnover against Ole Miss. I think we need to get York in here. I don't know what's happening. I was talking to trash on York about running on the field, but maybe he knew something I didn't, because Hart for sure doing parlays or something. He got freaking over under of like 10 interceptions. I don't know what's happening. So Hart keeping the drive alive with this running back. What is he doing? Nah. This dude right here, he is betting. He is sports betting right now. He is sports betting. He's trying to hit a parlay right now with these interceptions. 2 back-to-back runs from Jamil, and Jamil takes this all the way down to the 25. And Jamil always going to be someone that's going to be hard to stop against any defense. And Hart does something that we haven't seen all night, and it's getting a 1st down. And Hart gets a touchdown following that nice scramble, getting them on the board finally. And the defense did a great job. I mean, holding them to 9 points off of straight field goals, and then finally they gave up the touchdown. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, huge defensive performance so far, only 16 with that many turnovers. So now it's Hart's time to kind of bring this game back after so many of his mistakes, and that's exactly what he does, getting the defense split within the zone there, hitting Bush 16-14. We end up getting another stop, so great play by defense, and Hart trying to get something here, a lot of pressure from this D-line, and they call the screenplay with Kegler, and Kegler's short, so they end up getting a field goal. So another great stop from this defense. I think defense has just been the MVP of this game. But now we got 1:22 left on the clock, one timeout. Can Hart get the game done? Tim Curl makes a nice play on I think that was third down. I don't remember what the down and distance was there, but he kept the drive alive. That's all we need to know. Peterkin, a nice ball to Peterkin, and Peterkin's been quiet all day too. I can't tell if it's just Hart's fault or his receivers or what, but like I say his name, and he's open again. And I think they're going to try to score with no time left, but they're bleeding clock here. And smart decision to throw it away instead of trying to do something heroic here. 20 seconds left. And a dime to Matt Penny, but they don't get it. So this is huge. This is very, very big. On fourth down, 17 seconds left. They can't really afford to get hit inbounds. And Charles, a stunner performance, and they try to get a two-pointer to kind of make sure that there's no field goal business, but they don't get it. But a huge play by Jamil Charles, man. He's always going to be there for this Pasadena offense. And they try to throw something inbounds. They try to get out of bounds, bleeding some clock here. And with time expiring, so the DBs make a good play on the ball and a great comeback performance. And I don't even want to say great comeback performance on Stephen Hart, because Stephen Hart's the reason why they were there. I think great comeback performance from that defense. I mean, defense carried, and Jamil made a nice play there, getting bailing us again. I mean, Jamil's just carrying our team. I don't know what's happening here, but now we got Pitt. Oh no, I say Pitt. We got San Jose Tech versus San Jose State. I thought that was Pitt with that orange or with that yellow, but it was San Jose Tech or San Jose State instead. So I'm gonna say San Jose a lot in these next clips here, because it's just nothing but San Jose. But you know, the battle of San Jose, we're gonna see who can win. And Gaskin, where's he going? I think a lot of these players are doing parlays over here. We need to check their bank accounts now after this game, because what was that? He had a wide open run lane, and he just runs straight to the right. Somebody check that guy. We got Gaskin again, getting down to the 27. So it's a great drive starting for this offense. Baskerville is the starter, and he's going to roll right, and he's going to run all the way down, looking like Michael Vick there, getting down to the 13. Ajayi breaking tackles, multiple tackles, running forward, getting down to the 1, and Baskerville pulls it. So he says, nah, you don't deserve that touchdown. That's my touchdown. So he gets 7-0, does a little dance, does a little crossover move in the end zone. And now we got San Jose State trying to get something going here, but they're not really the best offense. But they could prove me wrong here. And a dime. Oh my, who's his quarterback? Who's his quarterback right now? They might prove me wrong right now. Running back breaks a tackle. I don't know what's happening. I mean, they're not getting many yards, but they're just doing miraculous shit. I don't know what's happening. And their quarterback throws a dot to that receiver on the corner route, but they don't get it. And the kicker makes a nice field goal, 7-3. And a very miraculous offense I'm seeing here. We're seeing a lot of freaking anime type of what if I could do it type of play. I don't know what's happening, but Baskerville not playing with none of that, and he throws 2 big plays. Gaskin takes the top off, making it 14-3. And it looks like San Jose Tech's not making he's not going to make it easy for this San Jose State defense or offense to do anything. It's a defense. Yeah, I said it right. And here we go. We got San Jose State with a big catch on that DB. He's down there all the way down. Look at him. He's mad down there, but a great play from 23 and the quarterback. And they might make this a little bit more interesting than I thought. But Villa, huge play. He's a little bit slow, eating them cheeseburgers, but he gets all the way down there, making it 21-10. And San Jose State's quarterback sees that. He does a little sidestep, but doesn't get enough to kind of finish that drive there. So it's still 21-10. Basketville just gonna try to air it out. You know, that's Basketville's best ability, just fucking we ball, and the receivers always catch it. I don't know what's happening. Tuttle and Gaskin are just broken. And as I say Tuttle's name, he gets the score, 28-17, and a wide open Green. I think that was just a defensive breakdown or a huge or a great schemed up play. I don't know. I couldn't see, but Basketville, another fucking we ball, and Tuttle takes us to 42-17, I believe, or 17, but then they end up scoring, so it's 24. And Alito gets, was that Alito? I don't know who that was. That quarterback, I don't know who it was back there. Oh yeah, it was Alito. So he gets absolutely drilled, but he still throws a dime. And I think they're still trying to keep these quarterbacks hot, you know. And at this point, I would have already tried to choose a quarterback. I don't know why we're still. And no, what is that throw? Oh my goodness. He was getting dragged down right, but still threw it left. I mean, yeah, that's his throwing side, but that's insane. The body mechanics to have that. Ajayi, a nice run, nice block, getting it down to the 30. And oh, never mind. He goes all the way to the end zone. He kind of bends around that corner. A terrible angle from that safety. Basketville, 458-75 completion and 6 touchdowns. For sure, sent a message to San Jose State, letting them know that we're the better team in San Jose. But honestly, even though Basketville did a lot of fucking we balls, Alito did more of the. Maybe I'm just glazing. Maybe I'm just glazing against Alito, but bro, every time I see him, he's breaking some type of sack and he's throwing great balls. I don't know. Maybe I'm just glazing. To start this game out against Arkansas, a huge defensive stop to start this game. Josh Flowers a week ago, we already know, 482 and 5 tutties, and that's gonna start out again. Huge play to Malik, getting down to the end zone. Just a little, quarterback. Does a little basketball thing, step back. Little James Harden into a little dance, trying to just stunt on this Arkansas defense. But Arkansas is not really that great. 2-4. They kind of been falling from grace here, and a great play by Williams. I mean, damn, long ass arm, boy. He looking like Slender Man. But they test him again, and again, I mean, hey man, I don't know who that quarterback is out there, but if I see that Slender Man looking dude make a play on the ball like that, I'm not testing him in the same drive again. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's just me, but a great play to Harrell, toe taps. Tony toe tap gets to the sideline and makes the score 14-0. So Arkansas, another third down, having some trouble, flush out the pocket, throws it away, a nice QB hurry up from that, I think that was Andy Horton, and Josh Flowers throws an interception, trying to force a ball there, and another pick six. I think Josh Flowers only throws pick sixes. Yeah, I've never seen him throw an interception and then get tackled. I don't know if it's because the receivers just don't like him or something, but I mean, I think they should. I mean, he's throwing dimes like that right on the money. And yeah, so 150, 1 tutty, and 1 pick. But we see Flowers. He goes up and down. He's just, you're gonna see these interceptions and touchdowns kind of be intertwined with each other there. But some great coverage and pressure from this Arkansas defense that I was just talking shit about. And again, he doesn't throw interceptions that are normal. He just throws pick sixes. I don't know what's happening. Like I was saying, 14-14 now. So another risky ball, but Hag brings it in. 41-yard line, 3rd and 5. Flowers trying to look for something. Wide open Harrell. Nice route. Getting down to the 47. And Flowers gets a pretty bad pressure there. I mean, the O-line hasn't really been playing that great so far. But 3-man rush gives way too much time for Flowers. And Starks to airs out to Stark, but couldn't get it there. So on 4th and 22, 40 seconds left on the second, or on the first half. And Malik Clark couldn't hold it in. So a perfect chance for this left-handed quarterback out of Arkansas to get something, maybe even a field goal. 2 nice moves from this running back and a broken tackle gets him down to the 38. So they end up trying to kick a field goal with time expiring. Can they hit it? We're going to see. And a great kick, a great field goal from this kicker. So 17-14, giving Flowers a reason to try in this game. And he airs it out to Clark, and a huge play. I don't know why the DB didn't try to play the ball there, but great play. And they stop him on defense, so now it's 21-17. And on 2nd down, finally Kai Stark makes a nice play. Spin move, gets him down to the 27. Flowers is gonna roll right now, and he's telling his receiver, go block for me. I'm gonna try to get this first down myself. That's exactly what happens. They try to run the RPO. RPO is bagged, so they just give it off the run instead. And a great chance to, get this score a little bit closer for Arkansas after that broken tackle from the running back. But then they stuff it, put a little extra juice in the box, and their quarterback rolling right, throws left. I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he thought he was freaking prime Big Ben out there, prime Aaron Rodgers, but he's not. I don't know what he's doing. Kind of sold there. He had a nice chance to scramble. Nice touchdown to Malik. And now we have a Arkansas scramble out on 3rd and 15. He throws a check down on 3rd and 15. That's some real good awareness out of this Arkansas quarterback. I don't know what he's doing. But looks like the better team's going to run away with this game here. I mean, this quarterback I thought was going to be good, but he kind of throws some questionable passes like that. But number 3 makes a nice play, and the DB kind of lost, so it makes it look better than it actually was. And just time bleeding here. I think he just doesn't want to even be on the field as he gets diddied in the back of his own pocket. Flowers on 4th down trying to make something happen, but couldn't make it happen. So probably 1 or 2 more drives for Arkansas, and a great run stop out of this South Dakota defense. And on 4th down, he throws a fuck it ball to number 3, but he couldn't get it, so it doesn't really matter. 3rd down for Josh Flowers. Great screenplay call. I mean, there's a nice little pickup there for 9, but that's really going to be the end of the game. 166 on 22 attempts for 3 tutties. For sure, Kai Starks the play of the game, even though I would say Josh Flowers had a nice game as well, even though he threw 2 pick sixes. One of them was his fault and one of them wasn't. So, and he had a lot of pressure, so I can't fully exclude him, but for sure Stark is the play of the game. And now we got LSU versus Pasadena. We know Pasadena and LSU for sure have their rivalry going on. It used to be Nebraska versus Pasadena in the earlier season, if you remember, but now it's more looking like LSU versus Pasadena. They're having a nice little back and forth, and to start that game out, they get a nice touchdown, they get a stop, and we get another drive, staying alive after that run play out to Jamil. And Hart trying to roll right, trying to find something, and throws a risky ball, which he didn't really need to throw. He's getting diddy down there, and he throws a pick 6, trying to be a heroic guy. Ends up selling the drive there. So now we got PJ Landwood out here just freaking saluting to our fans, or to their fans, I guess. But maybe I'm just narcissistic thinking that everybody's our fans. But he's saluting to his own fans, trying to put on a show, and Hart didn't like that, and neither did anybody on this Pasadena team at all. I mean, we did not like that, so we immediately saddle up here and get a quick drive, making it 14-7. They end up scoring. Defense couldn't hold them, so Hart drops back in the pocket trying to find somebody, and another questionable pass. I don't know what he's throwing. He's got, oh my, what a hit from Keegler, but like I was saying, Hart's not really doing the best he really could out there. They end up scoring a field goal and another touchdown. And now back-to-back unsuccessful drives out of this Pasadena offense here. Now they sub in York, so I guess Hart wasn't really doing what he could do there. So York kind of takes over. And a great play by Penny. I mean, oh my God, we need an instant replay on that. He rolls right, he throws left, getting hit, and he still completes his pass. I mean, what are we doing? Matt Penny showing why he was a 5-star recruit out here. I mean, damn. Now we got Leon Irving trying to get him out of bounds. 3rd and 2. This is a crucial drive for us to get a stop here. I mean, we need to kill their momentum, and that's exactly what 77 Crawford is looking for. Crawford is one of our bigger and probably our best nose tackle, or D tackle, sorry. And maybe even our best D lineman, because he's always there on those run plays, and he even knows how to get that pass rush as well. Number 4, read option, and makes our corner look silly. So they end up getting the score 31-21. Jamil immediately answers, making this 28-31. Number 4 throws a nice ball at 82, and he just splits that zone, going all the way to the end zone, 38-28. And They end up getting the ball back after we kind of turned the ball over. And like I said, Crawford knows how to get that pass rush in there. Now the score is 41-28. Can we do it? And we do not. We end up losing this game because too many mistakes on offense, and I think that is what killed us. So we're gonna get our first loss. We're gonna be 7-1 now, and that's gonna be the end of this episode. So I hope you enjoyed it. We got episode 4 coming in on the way, and looks like still, like I said, the teams that I was saying earlier, Pasadena, Florida State, and San Jose Tech, still haven't decided who the quarterback of the future, or not, just of the season is going to be, as they're still, or I think Florida State has Hook, but Pasadena and San Jose Tech still haven't decided. So we're going to see in the next episode if the roles are more solidified, or we're still going to see this up and down roller coaster of who's going to be the main quarterback.